Strangely familiar letter. My former live-in partner in Texas, girlfriend that I moved to Texas for, she sent me I'll have to dissect it because she was listening on Spotify, but with the lyrics and the words, I guess, on a trip. So she sent me some screenshots of our of the theme song, and the words they're not right at all. I really need to find it. But I really want to go through the song line by line to see like what the Spotify interpretation of the song is, because it's so missing.
Wait, the lyrics, Spotify will what? Where's she reading the lyrics?
Here's on Spotify, I guess they do the
you can just dictates it all. If you wanna read our podcast, you can.
Our names are Man and Jet.
Oh, yes.
Like an old arcade screen. Man and Jet, back where the stories began.
Oh, no.
Just like the dreams in a pocket full of quarters, laughing about bats and the taste of disorder. I don't remember. Or did we laugh about bats? Is that the words?
I think it's bats. I think we're laughing about bats.
Yep.
Oh,
Two
boy.
old souls with a past of pretended, strangely familiar like a two.
Oh, no. I don't like that at all. Like, who's reading Spotify? You're
Man and
What
Jet.
are you doing? I choose my words very deliberately, and I will not be misquoted.
And if we don't, we use a very reputable AI source, and they choose their words carefully.
That's what I was told.
Mm-hmm. Why else did I spend an extra $20 a month for a few months after that when I forgot? It was worth it. Right. Well worth it. Mm-hmm. Hey, you need a financial advisor. You come to your man.
Strangely familiar like a tune we both know. Living the reruns from a long time ago. Levels we cleared and the battles we lost. 20 years gone, but we still count the cost.
Howdy. Dice in the back room. Something's going on. Yeah, I'll remember. Definitely. I will definitely remember to do a full debrief on the lyrics of the song, just to figure out what story they're telling about us, Yeah. Man, just getting off 4th of July weekend. The summer goes too fast, It really does. I already hate it. We're 2 months away from Labor Day, and that hurts my heart a little bit. Just got to enjoy it. You got to be present, Jeff. That's my advice.
Summer's good. It's good. It's not great. I liked summer more in New York when it wasn't so oppressively hot. I mean, granted, it was oppressively hot everywhere.
It was a tough week
this weekend, but in general, there's a little less humidity in New York, and so the summer's a little bit more calm, but it's certainly better still than snowy winter. So nothing sucks the butt like a snowy winter, but we got 4 months till we lose that hour of sunshine. That's when the real sadness sets in. But let's enjoy the 4 months that we have in daylight saving time.
Last night I did some late laundry Sunday night. Just do you ever flip the script on your life a little bit? Like normally it's something I would do in the morning, but last night I went for an early Sunday walk, but then I did a late night walk because I was like, I'm gonna do my laundry at night, like at 8:30 at night.
You did 2 walks?
And then I went for a walk again in the evening while the dryer was going. Why not? What else to do?
Mm-hmm.
Those Pokemon aren't going to catch themselves. And I got back pretty late, 9 something. And I was like, wow, it's so dark. Well, I mean, it's dark-ish. I was like, this is what it's like at 5 o'clock in December. And that just happened to me. I was like, oh no. Why do I think about those things?
That's a real thing.
Yeah.
That wasn't like hyperbole. That's actually a thing.
Yeah. Do you ever do something? I mean, you're a creature of habit, I know. would you ever catch
I do.
yourself
I exist.
doing
I
something
exist best
the
on
equivalent
habit.
of like
Um,
doing your laundry and not that it's and it just but I go somewhere to do my laundry. I don't know if that's well
see,
known,
that's what. Yeah,
but
that's
I
that's
go somewhere
different
to do it,
because
so
yeah. Trying to think. Yeah, I really don't do like a habitual lawn mowing. Lawn mowing I tend to do whenever it works. Trying to think, like the gym, really don't like evening gym sessions, and when you do go to the gym at a different time, it's like a whole new world. You're like,
It
this
is.
person, are you a new employee? They're like, I fucking worked here for a year. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, you're just not here when I'm here. Okay, your story checks out. So like new gym employees, different people in the gym, very, very odd vibe. You're like, does my locker combo stay the same? Like, how much changes? Like, should I be wearing different clothes?
at night everybody's wearing their clothes in the locker room.
Bold.
different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
less people. I guess that's true. Probably less people are using the. If you go late, post 7 o'clock, you're less likely to run into people like using the shower and stuff like that. I think so.
If they are, they're just using the shower and the toilet and going back to sleep in their car, probably.
Bold.
It's one of those, yeah.
Bold.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, grocery shopping. I like to, every once in a while. My gym is right near the grocery store, so if there's something I really need, and I'm like, it should be better to do this in the morning. I'll go to the grocery store right after the gym, like all sweaty and looking like a slob, but I don't give a shit because I look like I'm sweaty and smelly, but for a reason. Like if someone's sweaty and smelly because they're wearing gym clothes, you're like, oh, you just are sweaty and smelly right now because of convenience. Like if you're wearing regular clothes and you're sweaty and smelly, then I'm just like, oh, you're just a sweaty, smelly person. So I've gone and done like some grocery shopping in the morning, and it is delightful when there's nobody in the grocery store. Like I used to do that in my late 20s, early 30s, when especially at times when like my anxiety was running really bad, I would grocery shop late at night.
Oh, dude. Nothing
I'd
worse
go
than
at,
a grocery store if you're running on anxiety. That's
yeah, like for a while in that time frame before I ever sought professional help like a dork and like a loser, I would just avoid society, and I would go to the grocery store between like 10:30 at night and like 12:30
That's
a.m.
the time.
and
That
just
is
go
the
at times
time.
when no one's in there, and you just
Nobody.
casually like aisles are nice and open. You're just like, this is great.
It's crazy because you don't like. I mean, obviously they may not have every single thing they would have in the morning, per se, but it's like
Correct.
But you're right. There's nobody there. It's great. You're just in aisles by yourself. I even had last week. Like, I still have anxiety. I think it'll be with me for my whole life. I mean, I think I manage
you're
it.
never going to get cured.
Yeah, I
Neither
manage
one
it
of us
better.
are ever going to be cured of it.
Better tools. Therapy's helped that, but I still get that. Like last week during a 4th of July week, when you step out onto the sales floor, and it's just crazy. Like it washes over me. Like I still have that feeling.
Actually,
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry, go
I
ahead.
probably dissociate a little bit. No, I mean, I probably like leave my body for a second. Like that was an old trick of mine to like that protects me or protects people where you don't know if you're in a cloud or you're like if you really exist. Like that sort of happens. It doesn't fully happen like it used to when it used to freak me out when I'd be like, am I alive? Is the Earth real? Am I really here? I didn't go that
know what
deep with
you're
it. Yeah.
What's
but,
weird
yeah.
is I know what you're talking about. You're
Yeah.
you're literally like removing yourself from I don't want to say existence, but like everything becomes super like deep and of like none of this my mindset isn't actually a thing. Like my mind and emotions aren't existing on the plane of reality. So like you're like so therefore I can't possibly be anxious because none of this is real.
Yeah, wait. And how can my body be moving? I'm not even doing this. Who's moving my body? I'm just watching it happen. I don't know what's happening. Just keep going, man. Just keep going.
Right? Yeah, fuck
But-
it.
But it's like I still get that with like when there's huge crowds on the grocery floor, and it's just like I'm just like,
Crowded
thank
grocery
you.
stores.
No,
Crowded
thank you.
grocery stores are one of the few things that can always re-trigger some really bad anxiety where I'm like, I just want to be, I want to be not in here. Like, and that's what your brain simplifies it so much that you're like, I just want to not be in here. And like I said, I think I've said this before. I've made the decision to literally like drop what I have and just be like, nope, this is a removal from the situation process, and just fucking left. Even though I need like the items and
understandable.
stuff.
I'm not in trouble.
No,
at all.
at poker last week, I had a really interesting bout. So there was 24 people at this poker game.
That seems like a big group.
Yeah.
At your
it was.
buddy's house, or was it
Yeah, that's at Paulie. That's at Poker Paulie's house. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, there was 3 tables, and they're kind of set up in like a triangle, and my spot was in the center of the triangle. So like
Ooh,
I'm
yeah,
facing
I don't
my
like
table
that.
and backs to the other 2, and everyone's talking, and there's like 7 conversations, and people are trying to talk over each other, and all of a sudden it washed over me, and I went from like being talkative to like just being quiet, and I'm like, and like someone was even like, you got quiet suddenly, and I'm like, I can hear too many things.
Yeah.
And like I couldn't even tell them like how to tell anyone like what I was. I'm like I can just hear too many things. It's no one's being loud, but I'm like I can just hear too many conversations. I'm like, I don't feel great. And so like I got up and like just kind of missed a couple hands just to walk out of the room, and I'm like, ooh, that sucked. That sucked really bad. And it took me about 45 minutes to get out of it, but I was able to get out of it. But yeah, suddenly it washed over me of too many voices around me, and it's just dissonance hard.
God, we haven't done a good
Not
anxiety
enjoyable.
talk in a while, which is probably good, because it probably means we've been okay, but it still exists. It's good. Hey, let's normalize casual everyday anxiety, not crippling anxiety. You know, it's okay to have regular. Yeah. It's like,
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
Like I didn't end up like crying. I didn't have to drive home. Like I got up and removed myself from the situation. It washed away.
yeah, that is a feel like that's still one that gets me, not as much as it used to, but just feeling like I had one within the last month where an employee was in my office, and like he was between me and the door, and just talked for a long time, like almost an hour, and just it kept going and rehashing, and like at some point I was like doing one of these with my fingers, like stretching my. I was like, oh god. I was like I gotta get. You just start to feel trapped. You know, you're like, oh my god, I can't like. Okay, we're doing circles here. We're doing circles, and we're not coming to anything. You know, it's kind of like one of those things. And I just felt like I got super anxious. I was like, this is like, I got to end this immediately. I did one of those kinds of like, well, I've taken up an hour of your time. Like, maybe it's like, it was like my decision. It's like kind of thing. I was like, okay. But I really had to get up and be like, I had to talk to my coworker. I was like, that might have been one of the most challenging experiences I've ever had in this job, in a way. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's funny because I still think about things that have happened at work and that are way more difficult or consuming, but in the moment you just forget them. I don't know why. That's another dissociating thing. Like I saw somebody in the store today that maybe we separated a long time ago and was going through some weird stuff, and we had asset protection involved. And I was like, oh, I forgot about that guy. And it's like that was like a whole week of my life dealing with something. I'm like, I just completely forgot about it. I don't know how. You know, it's just part of it. But
You just made me remember something that happened yesterday.
Don't run away from your feelings.
Someone was telling me something interesting. Passively interesting, meaning, oh, cool, happy you shared that with me. But then we should have been done, and he just kept going because I'm like, I showed moderate interest in what he said. And so he kept going on it. First off, folks, get to the point. So, because you're talking
you
about
showed
someone like
a socially responsible amount of interest.
Right, exactly. Right. I'll ask you, if I have further questions, you'll know, because I'll ask you more questions. Don't start offering me info. But anyway, he goes, it was something about his friend, like, was in Maryland yesterday for a drag race. I'm like, oh, that's not something you hear every day. So I go, oh, that's cool. And he's like, yeah, I used to drag race. I'm like, oh, that's awesome, man. I'm like, you know, did you have fun doing that? You know, but some questions. Oh, whereabouts? Did you
RuPaul.
Oh, cool. And he just kept going. And then he goes, I'll show you a video of my truck. I go, fuck. Nope. I don't want to. I don't care. And then he was taking a really long time to find this video, and I'm literally in purgatory anxiety. I'm like, I don't want to even see it, and now I have to be nice and wait for him to find this fucking video. And I'm like, fuck, this sucks. Like, people, again, you gotta understand the parameters of interest. And if the person's not, if unless I say, oh, I'd love to see a video of that if you got one or something, or you can shoot your shot and go, oh, would you like to see a video of the race? You have to take that shot, because I might just say no, and now you've understood.
You'll say,
that
I'd love, you do it again. The social, I just gotta, I can't right now, but man, it'd be definitely, it's,
yeah,
you
like,
just throw one of those
and
out.
It's nothing against
everybody wins.
Yeah, it's okay that I don't want to see the video.
Yeah,
but I'm too like, I can't be like, you can stop looking for the video now because I didn't give a shit in the first place. Like, I can't do that. So I have to just sit here as he's going through his phone. He's like, hold on, no, that's not it. No, that's not it. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, unless this video is your truck blowing up and it's super cool, this is gonna suck, because at the end of it, I'm gonna have to fake like I'm interested in the video because you put so much effort into finding the video. Terrible, man.
Yeah. But look at us. We're doing it. We're surviving. You can be anxious in your 40s and survive and get new cars and hang out once in a while with people and do stuff.
Yeah, I like to think even if people don't suffer from anxiety, it's got to be interesting to know what makes anxious people anxious, so that you can try to be better in society with that. Because I don't even think it's just an anxiety thing. I think there's just kind of a social aspect of being aware of social cues. Everyone misreads social cues from time to time. Literally everyone does. And I don't want it to seem negative, because there's also positive social cues that you should take and stuff like that. But it's like, I don't know. It's when you're having casual conversations, keep it casual. Like, keep it low stakes and stuff like that. Like, kind of the whole, like, people at work, like when I worked in an office, when I work remotely, people don't have to show me pictures of like their kids and grandkids. Mm-hmm. When I worked in person, everyone was like, want to see a picture of my grandkid? He's 2 and he had a birthday the other week. I'm like, no, you don't know how little I want to see these pictures. Nope, I don't care. I'm like, but now I have to be like, oh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. That's the kid. Yep. Like, it's okay, folks. You don't have to share photos. They'll ask. If people want photos, they'll ask.
That's right. Let's let yeah. That's the way. I mean, I think it's kind of like picking up on it's like standard, like it goes back to like texting a girl, back in the, whatever. I wouldn't do that now. Why would I do that? That sounds hideous. Like, why would it sounds like the worst thing I could ever do. Like, who has that kind of time and pressure? But, you text a girl and, she might not respond for a day, or a few days or something like that, or not at all. But then you send that text, you got to go off the cues. You can't be like a few days later and be like, did you text? If you texted me back, I didn't get it yet. Just letting you know.
Oh no, you can't say that.
I mean,
that's
not to that degree, but still kind of like, you just got to wait for them to reach out and come. That's it. That's just the way it is. Like, you got to vibe off somebody else's. You got to balance everybody. You don't have to. It sucks
because ghosting exists on friend levels, on relationship levels. Ghosting exists, and it makes us really shitty people. But you have to realize, on the defensive side of it, is that you very well, can be ghosted by people, and it sucks. Mm-hmm. But I've had like friendship ghosting, and that kind of blows too. Like when you're just like, hey, I asked if you were busy on this week or something, like, or if you wanted to hang out or something, like, and you just didn't answer. Now I'll give my friends the benefit of the doubt too. If I see that person again, they may be like, hey, holy shit, I saw that you sent me this and I totally forgot. I've had friends be like, I've sent that text and been like, shit, I just remembered that you sent me this and that was 3 days ago. My bad. But you'll know I mean it, because then we keep going and we keep being friends. Like, we do stuff anyway and everything like that. But yeah, you have to be okay with being ghosted by friends or people you meet or anything like that, because it's an easy out for people. It sucks,
In a way,
and
it is a form
of
of communication. It's not the preferred method, but it is a
Right.
form of communication.
But how
Either
awesome would it
I
be?
don't want, or I don't have the wherewithal to manage this relationship.
It's what's awesome is that like we should be better off with short, abrupt answers. But the problem is people think that's rude. Like, hey, no, I just don't really want to see you anymore. Like, bye.
Yeah.
Like, that would suck, but at the same time, it's like, yo, that's a pretty fucking, like, you can respect that person because they just said, like, no. You don't need the reason. Doesn't matter what the reason is. If they give a reason, it's not going to be relevant. So I don't think a reason is even needed. But a clear, objective, purposeful cutoff is good.
Have you ever ghosted a girlfriend or like a talking to type of deal? I mean,
Yep.
You did. Whoa. Under
Yeah.
what circumstances? I mean, I too, but
We went out and I was just kind of like, this is kind of like not really for me and stuff. And then, I mean, like 3 days later, texted me and I'm just like, And then like my turned into like, no, I was too lazy or too selfish to respond. And then I got a text like 2 days later that said like, really, you're not going to respond now? And I go like, and then I'm like, oh, she's got a point. And I'm like, well, now I really can't respond. So like, yeah, I cowered like a bitch. This is probably the instance I'm talking about is probably 2012 maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it was like, no, I did it. It was not cool to do, but luckily it was, I say low stakes, but that's rude. And it's not anything about the person, but it was like, yeah, we went out once, hung out. I think we watched maybe a Sabres game at like, I mean, we didn't go to watch a Sabres game. It was like at McGregor's, like bar and grill. And so it was a very, very low stakes casual thing. And I just didn't find this person interesting and didn't really want to like continue anything. But then I did the wrong thing. Instead of being an adult and saying like, hey, it's nice to meet you. Didn't work out. You know, wish you the best of luck. I just did nothing.
I had one. Well, I do kind of. It's weird because like I've gotten the ones where I've gotten ghosted, but I didn't really care that much. I was okay with it. But then I take it on myself to be like, once in a while, I'll be like, hey, I don't know. It's not even a status to be like, just send something maybe that's relevant to something you talked about. And then if there's no text, it's like, cool, great. At least I did my diligence to try to be like a person and like that kind of thing. But I've definitely, I mean, I remember there was like, well, there was one like in Austin that was like what's it called? Bumble? Yeah, Bumble thing. Where it was like, ended up being a hookup in the car. Very sexy, I know. But like after that, I was like, I wasn't too interested in it. I don't know. I was like, does that make me the asshole? And I didn't text her for like a few days, but then she didn't text me either. So then I was like, I remember asking, I think I asked like one of my friends, but I was like, should I text? And she was like, she texts you? And I was like, no. I was like, well, you don't have to. I was like, cool. Like, I don't know. Like, and if it's so weird because if she would have texted me, I probably would have, okay, yeah, let's go out. I don't know. It's like one of those things. I probably would have like, yeah, okay, let's go out because I feel bad for not doing it. But there was something about it. I just wasn't like vibing with it enough. I did it.
I don't think there's any like moral obligation based on how physical you got on the first date to continue things, because like that's what hookups are, and sometimes things are purely spur of the moment and physical based, and that there's nothing wrong with that. It's not like, oh no, I broke the dating code. Like if people just want to like hook up in the car and then go their separate ways, rock and roll. Like you don't have to be like, oh man, I didn't even reach out to her even after we did this or went this far. I don't think that has anything to do with it, because to each their own, to how people want to interact and stuff. But I mean, yeah, sounds like it actually could have been much, much worse.
I remember ghosting an IRL friendship. It was in Austin.
A lot harder to do.
Yeah, so it was in Austin, and it was like I was still trying to find my people after my split up in Texas. I would go to like this bar Quattro's a lot. That's where I met up. I mean, I had already known Brett, but knew Brett, Jordan, like those guys, two of my closest friends now. But I would like hang out with other groups because it was like, in 2010, like I think like the World Cup was going on. It was a huge bar, so I would like watch games or like the Olympics, and I would like link up with these random different guys like here and there to like do stuff or go to games and like still trying to figure it out. There was one group, I think their names were Brandon and Clint. They were a couple guys like, yeah, UT games. You'd always see them there. It'd be easy. Like if I showed up and they were there, just hang out with them, do shots. Like Brandon's family owned like one of the best independent pet stores in town. Clint was just kind of his buddy from school, I guess. Yeah, just party, just like 20 something partying. And like one night, I think we all went out, and then we ended up going, there was an apartment above the pet store. So I went back with them, like, they had an extra bedroom, so I slept in that. And I just hung over, just drunk. At like 6 a.m, I remember, like, I heard them, like, outside, like, fighting. Like, roommate fighting, arguing, like, old friend fighting, like, but it was bad. And I like, locked the door. It was good because at one point somebody tried to open it. Like, I don't know if they wanted me to, like, cry. I was like, no. So I just sat in there until the fight was done. Like, it was bad. Like, they didn't get physical, but it was, like, you could tell it was cutting deep. And I wasn't in on all of their lore yet or anything like that. But it was just, like, a super drunk kind of thing. And then, like, when it died down, I, like, went out to go outside. I think Clint was still there, and he was like, he used to tell me about, I don't even remember what it was, but he's like, yeah, you want to go? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to go home first. And then I went home, and I was so, like, you can tell the difference between hungover and, like incapacitated, because could not. But it was like, when you got to get out of there, you just got to get out. Like, you can function. Like, you can function when you need to. I mean, I didn't drive home. I'm sure I got, like, a cab or whatever. Who knows? Maybe I got a little car to go, a little mini car to drive home. Those were a fun thing. The smart cars in Austin, you could, like, rent them from the street and just park them wherever. But
oh, yeah.
I remember getting texts the next week or so, a couple
Zip
weeks,
cars.
like, hey, you wanted? I just never responded. I was like, I can't. That's too much drama. Too much drama for dudes. Like, I've got my own drama I'm dealing with, their own feelings. I was like, I just need, like, just a regular set of fellas that just want to, like, play games and get fucked up and do that kind of thing.
I get that. It's like, hey, listen, guys, I'm not judging you. And if I was in another place in my life, I might be able to plow through this and get to the better times and stuff. But nope, I can't vibe with this right now. I won't survive it.
There's another, like, an offshoot of that friend group too. A guy I was in, he was a bartender at Quattro's. He used to, like, invite me over for like baseball games, big baseball guys. He'd make like chili dogs. He was a big gambler. Before there was, like, online gambling, so he had, like, an actual bookie and shit like that. You could tell I was getting involved with some good people. But I was like, I got into this fantasy football league with him one year. And it was like $100 league or something like that, maybe like around 2012 or something like that. And I got third. At the beginning of the year, it was like third place gets their money back or whatever, and I got third. And I texted him. I was like, hey, you going to send over that, like, the 100 for the third? He's like, oh, no, we're actually, we're just rolling it over to the next season. And I was like, that wasn't the agreement. Next season comes, I was like, okay, am I going to say, oh, we're not doing the league this year. So he did not.
What?
Yeah. So I was like, that was just a straight, ghost. I was like, that was it. Something as simple as that to basically just cut it off. I was like, nope. I was like, I'm not attached to you enough. We don't have enough bond between. I mean, it's amazing. Like, I had so many, like, friendship one night stands, you could call them, like, single serving friends, like the Fight Club style, or like just trying to find it. I was basically like, I was just dating dudes.
I've done that,
man, just to, like, figure it out, like, in that time. And some of them were short term, a couple months here and there. You like them up front. It's like, oh, this guy's like, he makes chili dogs. He always has, like, Modelo's sitting around. He likes to take shots between every inning. Like this is,
It doesn't
I can see
take
myself
much.
with this guy
Yeah.
for a long time. Yeah,
It doesn't take much to like to be the interesting enough friend. You're like, yeah, this is a really interesting quality.
Yeah. But then I'm so quick to be like, nope, I'm later. And I remember waking up. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, like at some girl's house one night, another one night thing, where I was like definitely hungover. It's weird the power of like I gotta get out of here that can overpower a hangover. Because now when I'm old, if I'm hungry, like after that wedding, I was like I can't move for days. But in those moments, when you're like I don't want to be here anymore, I gotta leave. You just get up, you get those bootstraps. Maybe you don't have your boots. You're just like I don't want to be here anymore. Just like trying to find your way out of this apartment. That's what I was like. I don't know how to get out of here. I couldn't find the stairs. I was like, it was the worst. Forgot my jacket. Never texted about it. I was like, I can't. It's gone. It's donated to the gods of the ghosting. But there is a time and place, I guess. I don't know if I wish I would have handled any of those differently. I try not to these days, but I'm not great at it. Still, again, I wish it was just as simple as like, yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Yeah, that'd be great. But yeah, ask me again. Like, how do you say that? I do not want to do that. Ask me again in like a year, though. I might be. Yeah,
Right.
just give it. Is that good for you?
Not right
Is that
now.
good for you? Yeah.
Not right now. It doesn't work for me.
Wow. What a rehash of what a piece of shit I can be.
It's not being a piece of shit,
I know.
man. It's just fucking. It's being okay, not having everything pan out
Yeah.
ideally.
Everybody has their own. Everybody does it in some way to somebody. Like nobody's like scot free. I mean, there probably are people that are like good about it. I can think of a couple that give anybody the time of day. But at some point, that's not me.
Well,
and if
it's
you
not
know
even-
that's not me, you won't press it.
It's not even like I can become friends with almost anybody. But the problem is that there has to be a reciprocity to it too. And that's tough because I'm more often going to be like, yo, I'll friend the fuck out of you if you'll give it back. But then the problem is I get anxious that I'm like, well, if I enjoy being friends with you and you don't have the same energy back in it, I'm like, then I feel like I'm being overbearing, and then I'm probably gonna not, like, I'll be like, I guess I'll see if this person reaches out to me. Like, I can get that sense, but that was the tough part about, like you said, like in like 20s and early 30s and stuff, like when I North Carolina or Buffalo or anything like that, it was like if you met someone while you were drinking, you could be like, dude, we're gonna
Best
hang
friends
out.
forever. Yeah.
This is gonna be awesome. And then you get numbers, and then you're just like, I don't know, like, man, like that's cards were like easy things to do. Like that could be an easy one of being like, yo, this dude said he would play cards or something. But you're also like, I want to hang, but I live in an apartment. I'm not gonna invite this dude over to like drink beers. And it's like, I guess I could like say like, yeah, you want to go somewhere for watch the Sabres game or something. Like you had to like plan stuff like that. And so like it's cool to meet new friends, but usually the only new friends that really worked were friends of friends, because you knew you would see them at a mutual thing again.
Yeah,
And
there's
so like that
buy-in.
would be cool to come across them again at the same place. Or like in your case, if you're going to if you frequent the same establishment and you know you're going to see them there again, that's an easy way to build. But yeah, it's always weird because you're like, oh, I wonder if that person was really cool, or if we just enjoyed each other's like hanging out and stuff at that time. But yeah, I think it's very similar. Like guy friendships, it's the same vibe as like meeting a girl when you're single. Like you're just kind of like, yeah, we should hang out again. Then you're like, should we? I don't know. Maybe.
That reminds me, we should, because I was thinking, like, I must have so many numbers. We should do a quick round of, what do we call it?
Oh,
Phone,
we analyze the
like,
phone
randomizer, phone Rolodex.
What was that called?
What was it called? Somebody in chat knows. Hey, chat. Somebody let us know. What did we call that game? We basically scroll through, land on a thing, and see if we remember that person or what their, I don't know, how we have their phone number. I don't know. something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I landed on my coworker. Probably not gonna do that one. Oh, here's a fun one.
What?
Jesse.
Okay.
Jesse from Auburn. Jesse C. So, like, we went to school with him. He does, like, a lot of multimedia production now. He has a studio.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I remember I
Same
met
page.
him, like, in my first couple of months being back here. And we kind of, I don't know, like, had a good hang. Talked, like, well, I mean, I went to elementary school with him. I mean, I wasn't, like, friends with him deep into high school or anything, but I knew who he was. I mean, my sister was friends with his younger brother. But I came back. It was somebody that I could at least recognize. And, like, yeah, got his number. And I'll see him at the store. We'll just wave, like, hey, what's up, man? Like, I think if I saw him out at, like, a brewery, like, I'd be fine. Like, it'd be cool. We'd shoot the shit. He's a very cool, chill dude. Like, I should make that effort, but I got his number, and I've never texted him or called him about it. I don't know, like, it was like a brewery hang. Like, I think honestly, if I text him, be like, dude, you want to get some beers? He'd probably be like, yeah. And I don't do that. I don't know. And I can tell it was
Perfect.
Number was put in there in a stupor because it's all caps with an exclamation point. Jesse. Like one of those, you know, a little Walter
It's
White.
like,
Jesse.
I was gonna say it's supposed to sound like Walter White in your head. Jesse.
That's funny.
That's
Hey,
good.
maybe hey, you know what? Maybe I'll toss it out there. But now I'm like, did I already kill that chance? Because again, like my vibe is, dude, let's hang out like once a year. No pressure. Like, let's just do it. Like, we don't have to.
good.
Like, that's like, yeah, we don't have to. Like,
good.
I know. Like, we don't got to make a thing out of it. I think he would be down for that.
Pick an obscure day of the year
Yeah.
and make it a holiday for yourself.
Just like for one person a year gets a day with me. What a treat.
Well,
Matt
no,
Day?
the first meeting you just meet up at a random day and then you go, same time next year, and then even if they don't know if you're kidding or not, you fucking set on your calendar that you're going to call them for a beer the next time at the same time.
That's
You go,
good.
I told you same time next year.
Hi, Matt.
Yeah.
Exactly. I assume that cameo person's dead by now. I got it.
Speaking of, hopefully she's not. I think we need to do another round of that soon.
Okay.
Another round of cameo. I have somebody in mind who I've been really just loving on Instagram lately, who I found out has a Instagram.
That's true.
so-
I should do a content creator that
Yeah.
that I follow and see if any
Yeah.
of them do cameo.
Yeah. Let's put that. Start doing a little research. Maybe we'll give it a month or something.
Let's see. I could. All right. Bah. Kyle K. Wow, when I see other Kyles in my phone, I have no idea who half these Kyles are.
Do you know who Kyle K is?
Yeah. So, Kyle is from Buffalo, and he worked at Geico with me, and I actually trained him. He was the quiet, funny guy, very, very quiet and reserved in group spaces. But like when he would speak up, he'd give like a very weird, sarcastic, dry joke, and I love that funny person who isn't like loud and boisterous. Probably because they're very not me, but like the quiet, reserved person that's funny is always fun. When he graduated, or when it was either when he, I think when he graduated my training, he got me an air horn and a Blockbuster keychain because I told the group that I worked at Blockbuster and he was fascinated by that. So he got me a graduation gift. And oddly enough, when I left Buffalo, it's around here somewhere. When I left Buffalo and I moved and everything, he mailed me like a comic book type story that he wrote, and it included some like photo, like he did all the drawings and stuff. And I'm like, I still haven't gotten around to reading
Wow.
it. Now, when I say gotten around to, I kept it because I did want to read it. It's like 12 pages long. It
Who has
probably
the
would take a
time?
half hour. But I have no, like, it was so odd, but it's just like, hey, Jeff, just figured I'd send this to you. Hope you enjoy it. Like, I'm like, all right. And now that I'm thinking about it is, I don't know how did Kyle get that to me? I don't
Snail
know if
mail?
Yeah, but I don't know how he would have had my, oh, you know what? I think Kyle might have even just straight up asked me for my address one time. I think that's what it was. We exchanged phone numbers. He asked for my address for something and sent that to me. And this was,
I know what it was
this
for.
had to have
It
been,
was for the comic.
this had to have been like at least a year after I moved from Buffalo. Probably multiple years. So, Kyle, really good guy. I don't know that we had a ton in common, hobby and interest-wise, but an enjoyable person nonetheless. Clearly, I don't call or text Kyle, but he's in my phone if I need to. So, yeah, that's the story with Kyle. That's an interesting one.
All right. That was another episode of the phone thing. God, I feel like we had a clever name. Or not. I don't know. It was probably okay.
Real.
Phone. It had something to do with phones or numbers or contacts. It's real good. Roulette? Was it phone roulette or Rolodex roulette? Something like that? I don't know.
Maybe roulette.
Yeah. Who's to say? Somebody else can name it. Maybe we'll do it again. You know.
So I went down to a park over the weekend on Saturday, I believe, Sunday, and went for a run because it's a nice path around the park. Don't have to deal with traffic and everything like that. So sometimes I'll even drive to go for a run. But after, I'm like, I have to go to the bathroom, and I don't think I'm going to make it to home. Well, luckily for this park where you park your car.
Luckily for this park. Yeah.
There is a porta potty. And so I'm like, yep, even though it's just pee-pee, I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and use my better judgment as an adult and just use the porta john. So I go in there and I'm like, oh, there's writing on the wall. I'm like, do people still write on porta potties and stuff? So I'm like, I got to see what people are writing about. Listen, tale as old as time, the writing has not gotten much better. But I took some photos of some of the scripture that was in this porta john.
I just took an upper decker.
I'll try to clean it up where it's appropriate. Grinder name, open house, lock me up, and then someone wrote pedophile with an arrow pointing to that.
Oh. Open house is a fantastic grinder name.
Another big one. Written huge on the wall right by the toilet. So if you're taking a pee, this is what you're staring at. Send me poop pics with 3 exclamations. There is a full telephone number.
Oh. And you know it's not that guy's number who put it in there.
It's got to not be that guy's number. Yeah. Now there's someone, of course, who chimed in below that said, Lord help this man. And then someone below that put, hope it ain't a lady, and then a sad face. Because, it's a
unisex,
non-gender specific, unisex porta potty. So who knows? But someone's looking for, someone's going to get poop pics from people. And then the last one. Oh, well, you know that. I haven't noticed this. There's also a bumper sticker that says text poop pics. And it's a different telephone number. But this one's printed as like a bumper sticker. But with a telephone number. Then there's one that says, I'll do the best I can. My hole is made for giant C word.
Oh, yeah.
6:30 p.m. My something dog park, other end of the park, go enter RF about 100 yards, path on left, that's
right field,
down and lubed up for you. Any color welcome, but no little peepee. And then someone wrote,
I'm so excited!
And then someone wrote in huge letters with an arrow pointing to this whole message, a very rude term for a bundle of sticks.
I was gonna say it's yeah, okay.
So like, it's so weird that people are compelled to write things on the Porta-John, and it's always sexual, and it's always really aggressive, and there's always like answers to them and like responses from other people. It's not. Listen, I'm not supposed to really enjoy like taking a dump in public, but do I have to like? Come on, man. Like, let's just try to put a little bit more positive stuff if we're writing on the porta potty. I'm not against writing in the porta potties, but let's try to put some more enjoyable things.
Well, it's all
maybe
positive
some trivia
until somebody. Oh, there you go. Until somebody throws the arrow and starts, flaming someone.
Yeah.
It's like somebody just wants to meet out in a park.
That's true.
For
I guess
sex,
that is positive.
For big C. No little pee-pee.
Right.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
they're being a little judgmental too. They don't know what the little pee-pee can do, maybe. But still, it's not up to them to decide who's worthy
I just
of
wish
their porta
people would
potty
be
time.
like, yeah, call this number for an inspiring message of hope, or call this number for great chocolate chip cookie recipes. Like, oh wow, send pictures of cool architecture to this number, and you leave a number, and you go like, oh, there was some cool architecture that I saw.
Text XYZ to have your sidewalk shoveled.
Right.
And your driveway plowed.
For great rates. Nope.
Oh,
You
okay,
gotta be careful.
okay,
You can't
okay,
say
all right,
words
yeah.
like plowed.
Okay, all right.
But yeah, like why can't we listen? If we're gonna graffiti, why is graffiti always so aggressive? Why? Just be pleasant with your graffiti.
I do like what you're saying though. Like I like the idea, or even just like a fun, or a one-liner, or a question, something everybody can enjoy.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we need. Just hey, have a great day. Hope your poop's not too big. Hope you have a reasonable amount of poop and it's mostly solid.
While you're
That'd be
here,
nice.
give me an idea of an album I should listen to. Like,
Yeah.
you know what? And everyone can just contribute and just be like, you know what? This was really good.
Favorite albums to poop to. That's one.
Hey, yeah, let's make it topical.
Okay.
If you could listen to one album right now while you're here taking a dump,
Do it.
What would
do
that
one?
album be?
What's your favorite album to poop to right now?
I would say, what would be a good album to go to the bathroom to?
Because do you want it to like encourage you like a gym metal record or some kind of like heavy something to make you go fast and
No.
hard, or do you want to relax? Like you
I
want a
don't
little-
think so. That's gonna make it more stressful. I'd much rather go down the route of relaxing. Maybe like Zach Brown Band,
Yeah.
like The Foundation, like some more like laid back, kind of easy going. Something like that. Be like a little bit of chicken fried, and you're just kind of like, oh yeah, it's okay. Cold beer on a Friday night.
Oh, that's the maybe a little Enya, maybe a little like the '90s.
Oh, wow.
The
Pure
mood,
Moods?
the mood music, pure moods.
Just go for the
Yeah.
full Pure Moods album from TV,
Yeah,
the mixed.
dude.
Yeah.
Ooh, I might give that a go
Wow.
this week. Just throw that on. Google play pure mood. Actually, I don't want it to start, but yeah, I would. That'd probably be nice. A return to innocence. Yeah, 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 yeah,
sail away,
yeah,
sail
yeah.
away.
Sail away, sail away, sail away. You
I believe they
turn-
also had the club version of like the X-Files theme on that album.
Oh yeah. Do 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 do. I heard a song. Well, I went for a walk the other day, and I was just doing Spotify. I like the day list. Sometimes I'm really into the day list. Sometimes I'm not. It's,
Okay.
for people who don't know, it's where they it's an algorithm based on stuff you have listened to or liked, based on when you listen to it in the day. But the other day it was kind of all over the place, really, which is I guess kind of how I am. But I heard this like really like rockin' song, and I was like, shit, this is good. Like I don't know what this is, and I looked it in. I pulled it up, and it's the first time I've ever heard him. I've heard the band, and I really like the song. And it was a song called "All In Now" by Dogstar.
Ah.
Dogstar, of course.
Dogstar, of course, is the band of the Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves. I was like, of course the band is good. He's the coolest motherfucker in the world. Of course the song's awesome. Yeah.
And Dogstar was around in like the mid 90s.
I know.
It has always been the Keanu Reeves. It's not like Keanu Reeves got really famous and then years later started a band. No, he's always been the bassist for Dogstar.
Yeah, I would recommend, because I pulled it up, because on Spotify has like the video previews on it, or the little videos with the tune, and I was like, there he is playing the bass. I was like, God damn it, he can do everything. It's true. It's just like I totally buy into it. It was great. I was like, God, this must. I'm gonna have to explore some more Dogstar, I think. Had you ever heard them ever outside of like? Because I've seen like where they like go to shows and they have a lot of people. And I'm like, who's listened to this? I didn't even know. Like, because all I know is that's the Keanu Reeves band. But I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I'll tell you.
No, but you're not the first person that's reminded me of Dogstar within the last 6 months. So,
speaking of the trail, I'm wondering something. I want to know what your read is on this. So it's very bizarre. So the last like couple months, when I go to it's a nature trail behind the college. It's like a mile long, so you can do multiple laps. It's a pleasant trail. A little bit of water. You can see some deer, some heron. You know, I've seen some snakes, tons of rabbits. Like it's fun. It's a fun little thing. For some reason, whenever I go there, I've seen this couple there. They seem young, maybe in their early 30s. And the first time I noticed them there, when I came back, they each had driven in a separate car to arrive there. Then they were kind of like hanging out, like leaning on one of the cars. It was pretty. They were getting pretty familiar there. I was like, okay, this is I don't know, this is a date of some kind, maybe. And since then, I've seen them 5 or 6 times there. Always do some nice slow laps. They kind of dress cool, in a way. Like the girl, like you can tell, like does her makeup. She wears like the gym fit, quote unquote, but it's more just like the tight yoga shorts with like the oversized tee. But it's not like for exercise per se. It's really just, I think it's more like athleisure. And he always wears like the oversized shirt with the short shorts to show off his physique. I think he's they're both trying to be sexy, is what I'm getting at. And I think it's working. Good for them, you know.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But every time I've seen them since, and it's been a couple months, they're always in separate cars. They arrive in separate cars. They go for a walk around the path a couple times. Then they hang out between the 2 cars. I don't hang around long enough to know, but I think there might be some time. Am I witnessing an affair, is what I'm wondering. Is an affair happening?
I knew where you were
going with it. Is an affair happening? Is that what's happening? Because I think I've seen the girl at least in the store before, so like if she's from town, it's getting real dirty in your backyard. But why would anybody, what other situation would people arrive separately after a couple months to a location? Because it's not like always after, like it's in the morning usually, and it's like, I mean, if you're waking up together or coming from the same place, or somebody would pick somebody up and you'd go do your thing, right? I mean, I guess I would want to know, what's the other situation where people would arrive to a spot, would go walk in the woods together, and then leave separately? I also saw, here's another one. I randomly drove by Burn Dairy one day and saw them. He was filling the tire in her air. Now this sounds like, see, what I don't like also is like, now I think I've seen them so much, I wonder if they think I'm a private investigator.
Ooh.
Like do they not, are they not
You should have binoculars next time.
I know. Well, I'm trying to not give off that vibe, but every time I'm like, how are they
No,
here
give
again?
off the vibe.
Oh, should I? Okay.
Yeah.
Or should I start
it's
taking
public.
pictures? Like, yeah.
I say make it weird for them.
Like stop, like follow them along the trail, like be there at the end of it, like just always make it sunglasses on, but just look at it. Man, I don't know what to like. I don't have any vested interest in it.
Get yourself a trench coat and a fedora.
Yeah. Like, what else could it be? I don't like. Is there? Can you think of any reasonable explanation for people to show up in different cars? Like, I know her boyfriend. We just show up from out of town. Like, because you'd pick that person up, or you'd stay over at least one of the nights. Like it doesn't add up.
So you've seen them get intimate?
Not. I think there was some physicality. Like it's one where like one of them's leaning against the car and the other one's like leaning over them, or like has one arm on the car, or like over there. But I've never seen actual making out or touching. But it's much closer than you would expect two friends to be who show up in different cars consistently to a thing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. That's a tough one. It's weird, though, because if they are fooling around, you're being very not discreet, and
No
you're
kidding.
doing it in a public place, and you keep going back to the same place to be outside together. So, like if they're doing that, they're really bad at it.
Surely they're going to get caught. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. But hey.
I don't know.
Maybe I should do one of those things. I should run into him one day and be like, "Oh, sorry, excuse me." Or, yeah, just one of those. Or if I see her, if I see him at, I might have seen him enough time now. So if I see him at Wegmans or something like that, I'd be like, "Oh, hey, trail girl."
No.
Is your boyfriend here?
So wait, she works at Wegmans, or you just
No,
see her
I've
at
just
Wegmans?
seen her shop. Oh yeah, she's like a townie.
Okay.
Like I've just
So
seen, yeah.
at the trail, you should kind of go like full boomer on them, which is to say like keep mentioning things to make it uncomfortable, like to say like, "Oh, you guys are here again, man! I see you guys here together all the time." Like say shit like that, like so like make it obvious and see how they react to it. Be like, "Man, you guys are here all the time, and you always show up to get and
It's
walk
funny
the
that
trails
you guys
together."
like hiking and you like the same color cars, huh? you each have a silver car.
Yeah,
that you
something
each drive
stupid
here.
like that.
That you each
Yep.
drive here separately each time you guys come here.
Honest to God, because it's innocent enough. You don't just make it so hyper observant, but don't actually address it.
I mean, I just feel bad if
That's
there's
the
somebody
move.
on the other end. That's all.
Huh?
I just feel bad if there's somebody on the other end of that.
Yeah.
It's not
Well,
right.
Speak up. Maybe they'll stop, or maybe not. But it'll be
Or,
funny.
or maybe I can ask her if she wants to go on a trail walk if I see her in Wegmans. 'Cause she's obviously open to it.
I think that's way worse. That's
Should I double down? Should I double down? Go for a trip?
You're the HR guy.
I mean,
Hey,
not
I
in that,
noticed you like. I noticed you like trails, but you also seem to want to have like a male there to probably protect you. Would you want to go on a trail walk? That sounds like fine.
the same, the same one.
Right?
Yeah, let's go to the same. Yeah, let's go to the same trail. Yeah, we both know it.
Hey, trail walker, where's your caddy? Where's your your bodyguard?
Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
That's fine. I would say do that.
Okay. All right. USA Belgium tonight. By the time this comes out, everybody knows what happened.
Wow.
America got its guy back somehow.
FIFA.
The guy that's supposed to be
Holy
suspended
cow.
is not suspended. That's cool. That's what happens when
Maybe
you
it
host
was maybe it was a wedding present to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Could be.
I think there's a very good chance of that.
I think the Belgians are going to win anyways. It'll be a moot point. Have you watched it? I mean, I've caught in here and there, but yeah, it's.
Yeah.
This is going to be hack.
I mean, if we're talking egos if we're talking straight up waffle for waffle,
Oh, yeah.
the Belgians have us fucking smoked.
Yeah, waffles, chocolate, beer. They kind of got us in most things.
Or at least the important ones.
Yeah. At least the important ones post World War II, we'll say.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
Yeah. I still can't get over whatever. I still can't get over the drops, the falling, the calls. I just, it's such a beautiful game. It was tough because like we were watching the other day. My dad's like, this isn't entertaining. I can't watch. Like I just don't understand it. And I was like, I mean, I think it's a great game. I mean, he's like, and I was telling him, it's like, oh, they get 5 subs. He's like, they only get 5 substitutions. I was like, yeah, that's like, they're probably some of the best athletes in the world. They run like 12 miles a game.
That's why there's penalty kicks. It's
Yeah.
because if you tried ending on a goal, it could possibly go forever where these guys just exhaust themselves and the game never ends.
But I do. I think it's a beautiful game. I love the strategy. I love to see a build. I love to see the individual talents, the ball skills. Like it's quite the game to watch. It just, I get taken out when
I find it
people
interesting that your dad likes hockey but doesn't like this because all it is
Same.
a slower hockey.
Yeah, same. I mean, I think I told you that, telling him too, like about he loves American football, loves him Ohio State, and those Big Ten games they can end in a 10-3, a 14-7. Some of those matchups, and it's like that's really just 2-1 with football scores. It's
right,
the same thing. It's just they stop the play in between it every
14-7
time.
game was a 2-1 game.
Yes.
It just looks fancier.
Yeah, this looks fancier. But yeah, I enjoy. I mean, that they don't. That the play continues. I love that about soccer. Except now they have these hydration breaks. You seen these? You heard about this? Halfway through the halves, they do a hydration break, which is a new thing. I'm like, that's
it's also 100 degrees outside. Yeah. Like, I'm okay with that.
I am skeptical about the altruistic intent of this. Something makes me think it was just put in there to sell commercials. Are you insinuating
it's for ad space?
Yes, I am. I am insinuating
what?
That. Yeah.
What?
But yeah, it's a thing. It's the most. Does anybody watch this? I was like, it's the most watched event of the entire world. Whenever it comes out,
right?
It's the most watched sporting event.
It is
ever.
the most watched sporting event in the world.
Yeah.
Or any of. Yeah, you're right. Probably the most watched event.
Yeah.
In the world, but you're right. It's pretty niche. No, I don't watch it by myself. But if a group's like, "Yo, do you want to watch the World Cup?" Sure, absolutely. Like, that's how I am with a lot of sports type stuff. Is if you sit me down with a group, I'll watch any sport you want to watch, because actually, even if I'm not big into the sport, as long as people are cool with that, I'll ask questions and stuff. So
yeah.
Well,
we can continue.
At least there's one other person watching.
Yeah, I had a great experience at the Australian Embassy in DC once for an Aussie rules football final, but that's a story for another day. We're already over an hour. Cliffhanger, you guys. Cliffhanger. That'll do. From Jet, this is Man. Peace be with you.
Like an old arcade screen, Man and Jet back where the stories began. Joystick dreams and a pocket full of quarters, laughing about bets and a taste of disorder. From pixel skies to the vinyl they spun, movies and memes under the same neon sun. Time hit pause, but the jokes never ended. Two old souls with the past still pretending.